Morning. This is an exercise of how the Bible explains itself, Revelation chapter 13. And we start off with a fearsome beast. It has 10 horns with 7 heads. And it's like a leopard. It has bear's feet and a mouth like a lion. In order to understand this, we can go to the book of Daniel chapter 7. And there, Daniel has a vision of 4 beasts. One is like a lion, then there's a lopsided bear, then there's a leopard with wings, and finally a fearsome beast. Now we know what it means because the angel explains that the lion represented Babylon, the Medes and Persians were a bit lopsided, then the Greeks overthrew the world with the speed of a leopard, which was taken over by the fearsome Roman Empire. Now, the beast in Revelation seems to be an amalgamation of all these beasts. So we can take it to represent all the governments on the earth. Well, most of them anyway. They get their power from the dragon, the Satan the devil, who has authority over all the earth at the moment. Now, some of them will blaspheme God, and some of them will wage war with God's chosen ones. And we know that's true throughout the world, that Christians sometimes are persecuted, even put to death in some countries. So, it's not a very nice beast. We go on to verse 11, where another beast arises. This is like a lamb, but with a voice of a dragon, and it wants to promote an image of the first wild beast. Now, much as I don't want to follow Watchtower's ideas, this does fit the United Nations very well, which is made up of nearly all governments on the earth. Now, this lamb, the one that promotes the image, wants people to worship the image or to support it. And it says that people need to be marked on the right hand or the forehead of the mark of this beast. Now, what does marking mean? Well, it appears to mean what you're affiliated with. For example, in Revelation 14, it talks about the chosen ones who have Jesus' name and the name of his Father written on their foreheads. They love their Father and Jesus Christ. They're affiliated with them. And if you're marked on your hand, it's what you work towards. So if you have the mark of the beast, then you're affiliated with the beast and its aims, and you support it and you look to it for the solution to the world's problems rather than to God's kingdom. Now, here's a problem in verse 17, because if you don't have the mark of the wild beast, then you can't buy or sell. You need the name of the beast on your forehead, but supposing you don't. Now, does that mean that true Christians won't be able to buy food towards the end of the world? I don't think so. I'm wondering if it refers to the sanctions that the UN places on certain governments. For example, Russia at the moment can't buy or sell very much until they fall into line with the UN's policies. Now, that's just my view, but if you have ideas of your own, then please put them in the comments. That's what this channel is all about. It's for us to think about it and to have our own thorough faith. So what is the mark of the wild beast? Well, it's 666. So what does that mean? Let's read the whole verse. This calls for wisdom, and let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. Now, here's the clue. It's the number of a man. Now, that took me to James chapter 3. Now, this is not sensational. I know we love a little bit of sensation, but I think it's a bit more prosaic than that. In James 3 and verse 13, we're once again asked to look for wisdom and understanding. And if we have that, then our good conduct will let us show our works in the meekness of wisdom. But if you have bitter jealousy, selfish ambition in your hearts, then you'll be false to the truth. This is not the wisdom that comes down from above. And here's the clue. It's earthly. It's from man. It's unspiritual. It's demonic. So it's not from God. It's not very nice. Now we go on to chapter 4, where James is talking about where wars come from. It's greed and selfishness. And in verse 4 he says, "Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God?" So if your thoughts and your works are towards governments and hoping that they are going to save the world rather than God's kingdom, then it's, I believe, the mark of the wild beast is friendship with the world. And the mark of Jesus Christ and his Father is friendship with God. And that's the sort of mark we want. Why? Because if we go back to Revelation chapter 14 and verse 4, it says, "The ones who have the mark of Jesus and his Father, these ones follow the Lamb wherever he goes." It's not going to be easy. It was never easy for Jesus Christ to walk the path that he did. But we will with God's help, even though we're not for the wild beast. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I haven't confused everybody. God bless you all.